back again for page 5. First of all, I wanted to show you that I did put this ring on the box. I think it actually looks really pretty, but now I can hang a tag and a few charms from there. And I have also put together, this is page 1 and 2, so I've put together page 3 and 4. So, yeah, that is the right way around, isn't it? Right, so page 4, I'll quickly show you this. We have a magnet. I actually put the magnet quite high up on this one. So we have a magnet that holds this tag with quite a long pocket, and then another flap with another pocket and just space up here. Then this opens up this way and you have another pocket, and once again I sealed the edges on this to make it nice and tight to hold anything in, and there's obviously the tuck pocket there. So that's page 4, and like I said, I've joined that to page 3. I haven't put anything in yet, but as you can see, we're going to have a nice, tiny space here, because that's going to come out about there. So you're going to have enough room just for a couple of tags. So it's coming on quite nicely. So page 5, of course I had to have a waterfall element somewhere, so I'm pretty sure that page 5 is going to be a waterfall element. So I'm going to sort that out and get all the pieces ready. And like I said before, I have got all the pieces here for page 6, 7, 8 and 9, and there will be pages in here, pieces in here for page 10 as well when I finish doing page 5, because these pieces are exactly the same as the first 5 pages. They're just going to be put together slightly differently. So let's tie this back up, and then I'm going to put it that way, I think. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it that way. So yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'll get ready for page 5. And like I said, pretty sure it's going to be a waterfall element, so because I haven't had one of those in this album yet, and I haven't got a page to copy it from or to get inspiration from the album I have been getting inspiration from. So I've got to think about this a little bit, but there you go. Slightly changed box. Pages 1, 2, 3 and 4 complete. Pages 5, 6, 7 and 8 prepped, sort of. And time to think about these papers for page 5. The reason why I chose a waterfall for page 5 is because I have a lot of odd papers left over. If I quickly... So from my paper pad, and of course this is including actually decorating the box as well, this is what I have left. I have quite a lot of this left. The tartan I only use in these 1/2 inch strips in the pages, but I do have quite a lot left, and I have to think about, I haven't used any of this paper because in all honesty, I'm not that keen on it. I think it would make nice photo mats and tags, but I'm not too keen on it with decorative paper. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I do have 2 pads. So this, obviously I used, you get 3 in each pack, so I've used 2 of each of those, so I'm going to need an extra 2, 1 each from the other pack I've got. This I've still got 2 left, and I think I used the green, this, so I won't need any extra on this. I have enough of this to do my other page. I use this, this and this, so I think there should be enough left there. And I have 1 of these, so I'm going to have to get a 2 of, at least 2 of this paper and another 1 of this paper. But then that's all I should need from the other pack, so the rest of it will all be for tags and photo mats, and we'll see how we go from there. So let me get prepped and get some ideas going for page 5 and page 10, and then I will be right back. I finally got the pages sorted, and as you can see I've already prepped some. So, and I said so again, darn it. You want to start off first with 4 pieces that are 4 1/4 by 6 3/4, and score on the 6 3/4 inch side at 1/2 inch, and you do that to all 4 pieces, so you're left with a nice rectangle with a little tab there, and that's for our waterfall. And once again you need 4 of those. Next you'll need one piece that is 7 inches by about, this one is 5 7/8, but it's supposed to be about 5 3/4, so I've cut the end off, so 5 3/4, and score it at 5 1/4. I wasn't supposed to stick that down. Okay, next you want a piece that is not this long. For some reason I have an extra bit here. So you want a piece that is roughly, well, you do want a piece that's 8 centimetres, oh no, 8 inches by 5 inches, and on the 8 inch side score it at 1/2 inch and 7.5 inches. You then need a piece that is 7 inches by 7 3/4 inches. One piece that is a full A4 sheet. So on this A4 sheet, oh excuse me, which is 11 5/8, I have scored it at, if I can have a look, I've scored it at 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 8 inches and 8 1/4 inches. And on the 8 1/4 inch side I've scored it at 1/2 inch. Finally, now as you can see I've already prepped this because I wanted to put this bit on, so I don't know why I did it, I'm really sorry. So this piece is about 6 inches, and it is scored at about 5 and 4 3/4 inches. So 4 3/4 and 5 inches. This is this long piece here, and it goes up underneath this piece. So I've given myself a little flap with a 1/4 inch gusset over a pocket. The actual pocket, 8 3/4 inches, scored in at 1/2 inch each side by 7 inches. Okay, and as you can see, the decorative edge I've cut in onto the right, and this goes at the bottom, and I have left this open for a magnet. So let's start, I said so again, with the base page. On the base page you need to, right, this is 5, and I do believe that goes at the top. So you want to fold your score lines my door. Lots of mail for me. I do like getting prezzies in the post. Okay. Right, where was I? Folded down the top. Okay. Now you want to fold in all the other score lines inwards. So, I said so again. The thing is, the more I'm trying to stop saying so all the time, the more I notice when I do say it. It really puts me off myself. Okay. Now we have gusset on this side.
If you want to pattern this side, you can. I don't think I'm going to. Get this straight. And then this one, and that's my 1/4 inch gusset on that side. I'm going to put the larger flap on my right, the smaller flap with the gusset. They've both got gussets, so the larger flap with the gusset on my right, the smaller flap on the left, and this bit, the tiny 1 inch, 1/2 inch flap at the top. Once again, we are going to, from the 1 inch score line and the 7 inch score line, you're going to cut down to that 1/2 inch, and the tabs that are left each side we are just going to dispose of. So we're going to cut those off. And that wasn't very straight. We are left then with, got the small 1/2 inch flap at the top, and that's to make your large page pocket, and the smaller flap here, the larger flap here. Let's get this put together. The largest pocket, so this one is the full 7 inches, is going to go in this gap here, with a flap at the bottom. This piece is going here. I don't think I have to add anything. This is just going to be a Dextra piece. You could put a little pocket on there if you wanted, or a little belly band. And these are going here. The first thing then I'm going to do is going to put this pocket, well, obviously you want to put this flap, I think, I don't think it's in the middle. Not exactly. It is roughly 2 1/8 of an inch in from the side, and 2 5/8 in from this side. This is a 2 inch piece of scrap paper that I had. Now I'm going to put some tape down onto my flaps here. And I'm going to have to get some more of this thin tape out because I'm running quite low on this one. Just a little bit along the bottom there, because nobody likes anything falling out of their bottom. And whilst we're talking about that, remember when you put on this piece here to leave your gusset free, so you need your gusset to be proud of the paper. Get the backing off of here. Oh dear, now what did I do with it? And once again, I will say I have also cut out the pieces for page 10. which are exactly the same as these pieces for page 5. Once again, they will be put together slightly differently, but they are all exactly the same size and dimensions. Now, with the open side of the pocket, so my decorative edge towards the larger flap, I'm going to place this down almost up against that 1 inch score line. And it should fit exactly. Going to be a slight tight squeeze, but I think it's going to be all right. Yes, it's going to be all right. 4. I'm going to put that aside for the moment. What I'm now going to do is going to take my piece that's 7 by 7 3/4 inches and my smaller pocket, which is 5 by 7 inches. I'm going to put some tape onto... Oh, I just dropped ribbon into my coffee. Serves me right for leaving it there to go cold. Right, tape on the edges. What did I do with my thin tape? I had it here just a second ago. There it is. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Let's get that down a bit. There we go. Mitre these edges. Once again, if you don't like to mitre your edges, don't mitre them. And you build an album how you feel comfortable building it, and the way, I think a lot of it depends on what adhesives you have, which obviously depends a lot on where you live, because certain adhesives work better in certain climates. So I think that all depends. You have to adapt the making of an album to the way that's best for you. Right, that's all my tape backing off. Glue, and then I'm just going to place this at the bottom of this piece along the 7-inch side, so it fills the bottom. Like that. Then I'm going to take the flap here, and that's going to go just here. See, I should have made that slightly longer. I should have made it there. Don't know if I can extend that any. I could. Yeah, I'm going to take a risk. And I'm going it would be if I could find my score tool. Okay, so this is scored there. I'm going to give myself an extra 1/4 of an inch, and hopefully that will be enough to hold that down. What I'm going to do, I think, is use some tape and some really strong glue. Do I have 1/4 inch tape handy? No, I don't. Okay. And I'm not going to mitre my edges on this. I'm going to just cut off that excess there, which would be better if I cut it off with a blade. So ideally you do need 1/2 inch there, but as it's not going to hold too much, I'm hoping that will be enough. The back tape backing comes off, what little there is of it. Glue. Oh, I can feel a sneeze coming on. And this is just going at the top here of the page. Now if you want to, you can put it over. Give that a quick burnish down. Make sure that's exactly even. Okay, so you don't need a gusset. This is not a gusset, this is just I've made a slight adjustment to the page. Okay, and I'm going to use these, and I think I'm going to just use glue on these, and I'm not mitering the edges. Fine tip back on. Stops my glue leaking out. Right. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to take this one here and I'm going to place it at the very top. Now if you want, you can do this where you cut through the page like I have done in the past, but for now I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so that one's right at the top of the page. It's roughly with this in the centre. Now I've eyeballed this, I haven't done it exact. All I need to do is make sure that this is exactly level. And then give that a burnish. Now you can put this behind your decorative paper or behind here. I just didn't want the bulk, so I decided to put it here. Okay. Let's fold these the other way. So this one is going to go directly on top. So this flap here, my little 1/2 inch flap, is going to cover over this 1/2 inch flap. And then you bring it down and you just make sure, get that out of the way, that they line up as straight with each other. Okay, this one then flips up, and I moved it. I'm going to do this way, I think. Glue does take longer to dry on craft paper. I think it's because it's slightly more porous than normal cardstock. Hopefully that will now stay. Looks even to me. So put them both out the way. Grab your next piece. Put glue, tape, or glue and tape. Glue and tape together would probably be best. And place it just up to the bottom of the previous one, so you can't see the paper underneath. Bring this down and then line it up nice and neatly. That up slightly. And I think it is important to spend a little bit of time making sure this is absolutely straight. Fold that one up out the way and do exactly the same thing to this last one, which should reach the bottom of the page. And you can just slightly push it up into the previous one. Once again, line up, make sure it's all straight, and then leave that to dry. It's only a small waterfall, but it is a waterfall, and I'm going to have a magnet on here. So where you have the magnet, obviously up to you if you want it. You don't have to have a magnet. I just thought this would be a nice extra little element just to pop it down there. Right, back to the pocket here. This is simply going to go onto this flap here. Okay. This is going to be, you can do anything you like with this bit. You could use this to hold this down for magnets. So put magnets here and use that and not have this strip. You can have a little pocket here. You can have a decorative edge here. I don't think I want a decorative edge. No. I might have a belly band or a small tuck spot here, which I can use the bits that I've cut out here. Obviously I can use to make small tuck spots here. So let's get this page onto the front. Okay, I'm going to miter these edges slightly. First I'm going to put some tape on. Remembering that obviously the tape needs to go on the underside because it's folding forward, and that's where this is going. I am going to take off that tape backing. Use quite a bit of glue. and then line up this page obviously to the edge of the flap I'm sticking it to, but also to this page if you want it to be nice and even. And I will be using magnets here and here. So same as previously, when I go on to page 6, I will show you this page when it's fully decorated with the magnets in. So like I said, magnets here and here, and then a magnet just in here. Maybe a magnet. I might have to peel that back and see if I can slip a magnet in there. If not, I could put a nice bit of ribbon there and have a bow. That would be pretty. I could have ribbon coming out here and just coming out here and tying it in a bow. That would be quite pretty, so I might do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have ribbon there. No magnets there, just 2 magnets there, 1 magnet here. So you've got the flap, the pocket, this opens up, this flap opens, this comes down. You have this small waterfall element here and a large pocket just there, and this is not stuck yet. Let's get it down. There we go. That is page 5, and very, very similar obviously to page 10, which will be the last page. So that's the design of the page is complete, because obviously, like I said, the rest of the bits are cut out exactly the same. So it's not too wide of a page, it gives you plenty of room in between for the extra elements I'm going to put in. There we go, page 5. Thank you for watching. I will hopefully be back very soon. Bye for now.